Christian scholars have had different opinions about Christianity and the U.S. Constitution. And while those are valid, they aren't necessarily the most important question. My father felt that the Christian Constitution reflected the Christianity that was prevalent in the day, and that it wasn't Christian because they wanted the government to stay out of the realm of religion. There were already religious laws in the states, and there were for many years after the Constitution, and nobody thought that it was any kind of a problem or anything but normal. My father felt that they wanted the Constitution to be a limited document for limited purposes, and it was really a structural arrangement of how the national government would operate, and that religious liberty would be exercised on the local level, and so he believed that they intentionally kept away from mentioning. Others have been critical and said that it should have had a more explicit endorsement of Christianity. There's a difference of opinion there, but I think what's important to realize is that the ultimate solution is not the Constitution, because no matter what lays ahead, we're not going to get back to a Christian America by going through the Constitution. We have to rebuild a Christian America, and that begins with regeneration at the individual level, and it begins with rebuilding society. There's never been a golden era of Christianity in early America or the early church or the Protestant Reformation or any other era. The golden era of Christianity is well into the future. And our responsibility is to become more Christian, not to try to recapture Christianity of the past. So to whatever extent the Christianity of any past era was good or imperfect, that's not where we're headed. We're not headed backwards. We're headed to the future. So the Constitution has a real validity because it's a limiting document to the extent that it's obeyed. But moving into the future, we have to think about how we can build a more Christian culture, and ultimately a more Christian people and a more Christian culture will be reflected in our government.